Big news right now at 4. We're learning more about the investigation into the outbreak of cyclosporiasis and really the growing number of cases in Connecticut.
That's right. Late this afternoon, the State Department of Public Health confirmed Connecticut now has 56 cases of cyclospora. That's an increase compared with the more than 30 cases that we told you about last week. Also new, the FDA says a sample of lettuce from Taylor Farms in California that tested positive for that nasty parasite was actually a false positive. Experts came to the conclusion after taking a second look at the sample results. This comes after the CDC identified lettuce sent to some Taco Bell locations as a source of the outbreak. Today on Eyewitness News Extra, I spoke with the commissioner of the State Department of Public Health.
What we know here is that this particular shredded lettuce has been implicated so far. However, the real problem is that you can have produce contaminated by water that has been contaminated by this product, let's say this parasite.
Sure.
And so anytime you really want to think about washing your fresh produce well.
And again, that's 56 cases confirmed in our state so far. The best way to avoid getting the parasite is by cooking or boiling your veggies and produce. All right.